Where did you go? Lose KO, bro. Where did you go? I wanna know. When's your next video? Okay, you know what? Screw it. Hey, my frisky friends, it's Lewis KO, bro. I was gonna do a big joke about how I've been gone so long, but you know what? Screw it. Let's get right back into it. I see some metal on the ground to the left side, so I use it to extend my invisible watch. I jump on this rock and I'm waiting for the heavy to move forward so I can go for a stab. A scout sees me though, so I have to dodge his first shot before going for the kill. I go into stealth to avoid the scout, and I use these rocks to completely escape him. Make a nice clean getaway, but then I notice this medic, he keeps looking to his left side. He's not checking his right, so I can just freely walk forward and go for a stab. Even when he's retreating, he still follows that same pattern and turns to the same side, and it gives me a big opening on his back. Now here, I notice a low-level sentry, so I'm going to stab, jump in the air while running forward, and this gives me nice momentum to dart forward. And then I'm going to go back. I want to stab that engineer, but I wussy out, and so instead, I loop back around once I've grabbed some health and I see a heavy. So I go in for the free stab, and I stealth and I keep running just to give the illusion that I've gone to spawn now. But then I'm going to use that cloak to run back into the fray. Now I'm going to remove my cloak around the corner, and then I'm going to use my strafe keys to land a trick stab here. You always want to use strafe keys. Strafe keys are invaluable when it comes to landing stair stabs and trick stabs of various sorts. So learning how to use strafe keys in each motion is very important. Here I'm going to move forward, and I see a spy. So I'm going to take out my pistol and get a really nice mid-air headshot. Very nice. I'm going to come around the corner and get a headshot on the sniper. But unfortunately, even though I'm in stealth, he sees me. It turns out he's a hacker, as I find out later. Dirty freaking hackers! Now, I know I always say don't taunt, but if you're gonna, you know, get a kill out of it on a pyro, it's totally worth it! But make sure not to rub it in the person's face, you know, that you got lucky. Who cares? It's a, you know, it's a taunt kill.
Hi, Hound. How are you doing? Got dog killed. Good job.
Another thing to keep in mind, scouts can be very tricky to stab, so just make sure you stay behind them, so that way if you miss them, they don't turn around and go for a kill on you. After a couple missed swings, I finally land the kill on the scout, and I come back around towards the enemy spawn. Now I'm going to pause here just to kind of get an idea of when someone will be coming around the corner, and so once I have a good idea, I can swing back for the kill. Now a medic sees me, so I slash and get him low enough with 2 swipes, and then I take out my pistol and get a really nice twitch headshot on him. Then move forward and get a free stab on the pyro, and start moving my reticle around in little semicircles. You can tell that I know that this will be in a video that'll be coming up, so I break the third wall. I'll try and not do that too often. Sniper's chasing me, and get a nice little headshot on him. But I take out my knife here. There's no need for the pistol, and as it so happens, I get lucky with the side stab. You always want to have out the right tool for the right occasion. I see a pyro as well, so I jump on down after a moment and get a really nice smooth kill on him. You always want to have that right tool out. If there's no possible way you can use your pistol, have out the right tool. Here is another example of that, actually. I'm going to walk forward and get a stab on the demo and the sniper. But there's no point to have my knife out, so I take out my pistol, and look! Someone runs up and gets killed by a pumpkin! Looks like they had a pumpkin allergy. I'm also going to start spawn camping here. I like to do creative spawn camping if I'm forced to spawn camp. So I come back in the corner and hide behind these little, you know, crates, and it gives me a nice kill on the demo. And I also want to get a kill on the spy, but a pyro finishes him off for me. Now, another thing you want to do is jump if it's a potential to get a kill. Here, I'm going to jump down stairways just in case, and it leads to a free stair stab. So you always want to jump or have out the right tool. You just, you know, give it a try. Then move forward and stab a sniper, kill a heavy, and eventually, kill scout.
Whoever that spy was, you're awesome.
Thank you, sir. Apparently my teammate did not see how many shots it took me to kill that scout. And he certainly didn't see this bundle here. Here I jump on down and I freak out and slash the heavy, and I just, oh. But anyway, he goes down, and then look, I use the pistol's strength to really just destroy a sniper at mid-range. The default pistol is so good at killing people at mid-range. If you're good enough to land a couple shots in a row, abuse the hell out of it. It's a really good pistol. But also, if you miss a few shots, don't let it hurt your ego. Just realize that if they don't notice you, you can just blend right back in, walk forward and go for priority targets like I do with this medic and this demo. I'm going to swing back around and, you know, go kill one more demo. I'm going to get a slash on him point blank, and then take out my pistol and do a nice amount of burst damage. Default pistol is really good at killing people. But you got to be careful if you're using twitch shots. Oh, and here I jump around the corner and get a stair-stab on the scout. Holy shit, I forgot about that one. But here, you got to be careful. Like, if you're missing point blank shots, then it can be a really big burden to use the pistol. Here I removed the arrow just a moment to reload, and here I'm going to jump as I come around the corner and make sure he can't zoom in and hit me in the head. But it's as long as you're hitting those shots, the default pistol is godlike, and you should really learn how to use it. And here I'm going to use a kind of cute little tactic. You can kind of pull people out to chase you. Here I'm going to shoot my friend Chili and encourage him to start chasing me. Now I got my DR out because I assume he's going to flare me to death. But luckily I'm close enough. He just wants to kill me with his fires. So here I'm going to pick up some health in the middle, but I'm going to run inefficiently. I'm going to pause here to make sure he has enough time to get to me, and I'm also going to pause here just to kind of string myself along as bait before coming around the corner and jumping and getting a really nice stair stab on my buddy Chili. That's what happens when you have a sexy voice. You're crowding me out, man. Your voice is too sexy. Take it down a notch. There's only room for one of us in this town. I'm going to move forward and slash the soldier who's distracted. I'm going to also do a stupid check. I like to kind of creep down in these corners as one of the various many openings for this map. But unfortunately, there are people right there as I go to try and crouch down. So I'm forced to switch up what I do. And by coming on this incline, I'm able to land a stair stab on the sniper. And then by holding down W, I'm able to just instantly keep walking and get myself slightly more distance away from that demo. Now here, I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to stop the sentry and use a dispenser to jump over the engineer's head and kill him. And so now I've finished off the first sentry, but we still only have 1 minute left to capture that point, so I have to get that second sentry down. And so I'm going to move in, stop the sentry, and go for the stab, and completely whip it somehow. So you know what, I just decided, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to win this with my mind. And we win the round. See, sometimes we just think hard enough, you'll win the game. It takes a lot of practice, but you know, you can make psychic things happen by just thinking about them. So, you know, work on that. Well, it's back. I know you guys have missed it. I certainly missed it. I love it. I love doing it. It's time for another segment of just the tips. That's right. It's a segment where I take clips but that display a certain tip and talk about them. So, first off, each character has things that stick out about their view model. Like a pyro has his gun, and you can use it to land kills by not necessarily looking at him. You can look at him, but he won't see you. You'll be out of his vision, but you can still see where he is. That's why when you're hiding, you don't want to be pyro, you want to be scout. It's a very cool little trick to pick up on. Another thing is, well, here I'm going to headshot this sniper, but he's overhealed. There's no way in hell I'm going to kill him. So I look for his reticle. Here, you can turn around and see it. You see that dot? That means he's still zoomed in, he's still looking, and your head is vulnerable. So don't be risky when you see that reticle. Just be safe. Take precautions to be safe, and it'll lead to better things in the long run. Here I'm going to walk forward and slash heavy and then go into stealth. But this tip is really about how shitty things can happen to you. By simply having knowledge of health packs and ammo packs, you can avoid deaths to them. Here I'm going to walk forward, and I get it flared right as the pyro fires it, and I'm in a really bad shot. He shotguns me, and there's no health around the corner. So I'm forced to hop. I'm going to take falling damage, but by knowing exactly where that health pack is, I can land on top of it. So before I take that falling damage, I take the health, and it heals me. So before I take that falling damage, it heals me. Just by knowing exactly where to jump, it saved my life, and can lead to me doing more things to help my team win. Another tip. So this is a tip focused on objective-centered gameplay. There are no sentries. The only thing that's holding us back is one heavy who's very good. So here my whole point is to wait for that heavy. You don't always want to just go for stabs on anyone. You want to wait for the particular most important target sometimes, like I do here. And I'm disguised as a sniper, so when I go to jump down and he checks for spies behind him, I freeze, and he believes it, because that's what a sniper would act like. So it allows me to walk forward, stab him, and the medic as well. And with this pair down, with the heavy and medic down, there's no stopping us from just just pushing the cart to victory. It took us a very long time though, so sometimes just take your enemy team's strength and focus on killing that. By doing that, you can lead to victory. Now, when you go to stair-stab someone when you don't have a disguise out, it's really helpful if you shoot him a few times. It kind of masks what you want to do. Here I shoot the pyro before jumping over and getting a really nice stair-stab on him. By simply using my pistol first, I've masked my intentions of going for a stab. And another great thing about, you know, making YouTube videos, that sniper, he totally killed me, but I got to cut it out. Gotta love editing, right? Now here I come around the corner. Another thing I want to know about, not just where health and ammo is on a map, but like the ins and outs of a map. Here, I know there's a little crevice I can hide. It gives me a free escape, and if I was a little more efficient, I would have been able to land a kill as well. You always want to learn the ins and out of every single map you can, and that'll just come naturally. Another tip, don't make things too hard. Like here, I go for a stair-stab and just barely miss it. Why make things hard? I know that scout has a pumpkin allergy, so why not just feed him a little bit of the pumpkin? Don't try and overcomplicate things. Sometimes it's just easier to go for, you know, a more easier approach. And I'm going to also, the kill on the demo, I'm going to swing back around. I'm going to hide up here for a little bit, but after I get bored, I'm going to walk forward, and I see a sniper, and I want to try and bait him to a stair-stab, but he knows what to look out for, so don't try to overcomplicate it. I just take out my pistol, headshot him, then body shot him. But be very careful. Here I'm going to try and do the same thing again, but I missed that headshot, and it leads him to be able to kill me. Even though I'm able to get the second shot out, since the first shot wasn't a headshot, leads to my death. Another tip, especially with the dead ringer, it helps with every watch though. You want to learn how to dodge shots, like soldiers, demos. By just simply getting good at dodging shots, you can increase the length that your dead ringer lasts you and that your life lasts you. Also, another thing to keep in mind is the patterns enemy players make. So there's that soldier holding back. Well, now he's gone for health, so by jumping down, I can either go for the soldier where he was, or if he retreats, get a kill on him. I stab the soldier as well, and then move on the cart, but then loop back around. I keep my DR out there because of the stickies that are on the ground, but remember that demo was holding back and spamming in that house, so I'm going to check that house first, and he's held to that same pattern. You want to notice these patterns and take advantage of them, and kill enemies that, you know, that display these kind of predictable patterns. They give you something that's predictable, and that's you can take advantage of it to lead to kills. Here I'm going to walk forward. I noticed two vulnerable classes. Medics can't really do much to you, so here I'm going to use my my default pistol and get a free kill on him. There's no need to attack the sniper. He could turn and headshot me, so instead I go for the free kill on the medic. And also the heavy's focused in on something else, so I can just walk forward and go for a free kill on him. And I know and also here I'm going to fire at the pyro and then move backwards using my DR and my bicycle to protect me. This encourages the pyro to run out, and he dies. Now the default pistol is extremely strong. Here it's going to give me a free kill just purely because of how strong it is. By landing a few shots, you can pick up some amazing kills with it. By learning that pistol, you can get really good, and it's probably the best overall pistol. Now, also, you don't want to just stay on the cart always when you're going for a cap. Sometimes it's better to hold back. Remember, those primary targets are what are important. So here, out of all these three, the only one that can kill me is that heavy. So I'm just biding my time, moving forward when I see an opportune moment to stab the heavy and go for the back cap. By just, taking my time and thinking it through, leads to a win. Now, when friendly teammates shoot at you, whether they're shooting at an enemy near you or they're shooting at you to help you blend in, use that to your advantage. Here, a soldier's going to shoot at me, he's shooting at the medic, I think, and I can just walk backwards and go for a free kill. It helps you blend in really well when teammates do that, so just take it to your advantage. Now I'm going to hop on down and get a kill here. But this is about kind of the familiarity you are with stabs. Here I'm going to try and do a couple new stabs here, and they don't really pan out. I'm not standing in a good place for them. So finally I go with what I know. I go for the for sure stab. By taking so much time, it's gotten me killed. But see, you have to strike a good balance between trying to learn new stabs and between going with what you know. Sometimes it'll get you killed, but by trying those niche things, you can learn new stabs. Now this one's interesting. I hate the scout that's right here. So I'm going to move forward and stab this medic, and the scout just completely lets me go. I really wish there was a TF2 ranking system, because that scout shouldn't let me live at all. But anyway, I digress. So I'm moving forward, and I'm going to notice something funny. 4 snipers, like they say in the chat. 4 snipers, a true offense. So that's plenty of targets for me to kill, right? Wrong. Here I'm going to play with an objective focus. And I'm going to shoot that pyro instead and get him to chase me. And once I'm going to try and see if I can get away with a stair-stab, but I can't. He compression blasts me. It kind of shows me how good of an enemy time he is. And he is also running very efficient, as you notice. So instead of going for those easy peasy targets that can't really push the cart, I'm trying to distract someone who's not only really good, but also a much better class for pushing the objective. But he's such a good player, and he's running so efficiently, I'm going to have to do something really clever here to get away. He's still chasing me, so go to run down this path, and then I just dart right back up. He assumes I'm for sure going to run, and I make a really nice clean juke that way. And I jump down there, use my DR, use the falling damage with DR to break it, pretend like it's an invisible watch, and then I dart and change directions once I'm invisible. And it leads to a really smooth juke and a nice clean getaway. By just distracting those important targets, you can do more for your team. Here's gonna blow up in my face. Here he's a little flustered that I juked him so well, and it's gonna blow up in my face. Because this method can, you know, can blow up in your face as well. Here I'm shooting him again, trying to distract him, trying to distract the good player. Now I'm gonna run back. I assume he's looping around right now. I didn't even double check. I'm so stupid. I just jump on down. I didn't even double check to see if he was still coming. I just assumed he was. So like, I juked myself. And sure, it still distracts this good player, but you know, he's still able to kill me. Boingy man, hats off to you, man. You're a really good player. But it's still wasting his time. But you don't want to do that. You want to stay alive and, you know, waste as many people's time as you can. So you have to strike a balance. Now here I'm put in a kind of bad situation, and I'm forced to just go for the health, but never give up. Here I could just abuse a corner and go for a free side stab on a pyro. Never give up, ever. Oh, and here, Chili gets a little sweet revenge on me. Well, thank you so much for watching my 17th spy video. You might have noticed I took a little bit of a break there for a hot second. I was gone for, you know, about half a year. Give or take, about 5 months. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I kind of slacked off for a bit. I had my video ready after about like 2-3 months, but at that point all I needed to do was commentary, and it's very difficult for me to do commentary when I'm in a bad mood, because like for me, I want my videos and my content to kind of embody happiness. And so when I'm not happy, it's really difficult to do a commentary that I want to be happy, you know what I mean? And, you know, different things in my life have been, you know, kind of off. They usually are, but usually I can find something to keep me, you know, keep my spirits high. And that's been kind of difficult as of late, so I apologize that you guys have to suffer. I'm trying to get better at posting speed, but you know how that goes. But like overall, really, I've got nothing to be sad about. My life overall is pretty wonderful. I have amazing friends and lovers and people who share my life with me, and there's nothing really necessarily bad. It's just how I view things. It's all about perception. You know, I've got people who love me, people who care about me, and I bring happiness to the world in my own way, and, you know, and everything else will kind of fall into place. Never, you know, I've always had a roof over my head. I've never had to go hungry, so I've really got nothing to complain about. So, you know, sorry that I'm such a little an emo Care Bear, I guess, or what have you. I'll work on being my frisky self for the future. But I got some interesting plans for the future, for the summer. You know how my plans work out. I usually just never follow through. So, you know, take this plan for a grain of salt. But hopefully, finally, gonna be building my new PC in the beginning of this summer, and hopefully summer will give me plenty of time to work on videos. I'm finally gonna the plan is get the new PC and then finally start making League videos. It's been so long, holy shit, I announced that so long ago. But hopefully, you know, get back into that. That's the main game I play nowadays anyway, and I'm so much better at League than I am at TF2. Like, ridiculously better at League than I am at TF2. Like, there's an actual ranking system. I peak top 5%, and I'm gonna peak, and that's when I just stop playing. I know I can peak a lot higher. TF2, there's nothing like that, so I'm really looking forward to, you know, sharing some of that amazing content with you guys. And it'll be a bit easier. I want to focus on live content, or like things that don't take as much editing, because, you know, it's a lot easier to just take a couple hours and get a video out than it is to take like 40 or 50 or 60 hours. But I'm looking forward to the future. Like, I'm really looking forward to the future. Sorry that you guys, yeah. Well, anyway, how have you guys been? It's been a long time. How have you been? We missed a lot of stuff, haven't we? Yeah. How have you guys been? I missed you all. You're all sexy. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know, like, how things are going in your life. And, you know, if you're as emo as I am, or if like you take life with you know, with happiness like you should. You know what? Fuck it. Tell me how you stay happy. Tell me what keeps your spirits high. I want to know. Do you just get really drunk, or like do you just, you know, what keeps your spirits high? Oh, and that stab. I love that stab. Holy shit. I love the spies so much. I want there to be a Team Fortress 3. Holy shit. I want to still be able to like do trick stabs and shit. I can't wait. I really want there to be a Team Fortress 3. Holy shit. Let the ranking system too. I would like eat that shit up. Play spy every day. Every day. It's such a fun game. I don't get on it as much as I should. It's also very difficult because servers aren't always populated. Like, oh, I guess that's it. Well, like the video if you liked it. Comment. Let me know how shitty I am for taking so long to make another video, and click that subscribe button, or I'm gonna disappear for another half a year. Okay, too soon. Click that subscribe button, and you'll be super manly, like super manly.
Nice job. Did I just hear a little voice crack there? No, you did it.
Oh man, like,
the heart of manly man.
Well, thank you so much for watching my 27 spy video. Sorry for the long delay. I know I sucked dick, but you know, hopefully I'll be a little bit better in the future. More videos soonish, you know, a year or two at my current rate. And have a great day. P.S. You're all sexy.
Stop looking at porn.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Yep, this pretty much sums it up. Save me! Ah! Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh my god, I hope that replays it. That was an assembly line of murder.
Well written. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Retro.
I like the
Tasteful.
one that sprayed over it. Get it?
Great. His name's Woody.
Get it?
Still alive. Alright, second sentry down. We just need the first sentry now. We're going for it. Sapping it now. Yeah, outplayed.
Outplayed, noob. Suck it.
I just love you, Chili.